Hi there. Hope you're having a great day. I just wanted to hop on here and tell you a personal story about my experience with breathwork. And I think this story will explain a little bit better what exactly we're doing. Now, often as a woman living in this world, in fact, not often, but every single woman has been touched by the society and the culture that we're born into, that has certain rules, certain expectations that place us in a box or a cage. Now, we can break out of there. We can fight our way out, and many do, and who are free. And you probably know some or admire some in your life. But often these cages can be largely subconscious. And if you think about, your ancestors, even like the straitjackets or the corsets that they had to wear were even tighter. So it puts us in a response called the freeze response, where we go into a shutdown in our throat, in our bodies, and we lose access to the truth of who we are in all our wild and wonderful and crazy and angry and emotional ways. We lose access to that life force energy, and it gets frozen in time, literally frozen in time. My experience with breathwork has been that we can start to melt that freeze response that we can't do with our conscious mind, but we certainly can with our body, our breath, and healing at that cellular level. Okay, so I did a breathwork session, and it was one evening. Always a great experience for me. And the next day, I was in a yoga class, and this is how the insights come to me 2-3 days sometimes afterwards. And there on my yoga mat, in an image in my mind, was a certain part of my life as a young person, a young girl, a teenager, that for me, I knew cognitively was frozen in time. She was confused. She was depressed. She didn't know what the world expected of her. And at that time, that particular time, she went into, a bit of a lockdown, a bit of a shutdown. That happens as an empath, a highly sensitive person who is overstimulated, overwhelmed by the world. I'd never really been able to access that part of me, that part of my life. And there on the yoga mat, the day after breathwork, I knew this was directly related to the breathwork session. There she was. And you know what? She didn't have that scared, shameful look on her face that I had always pictured. She was smiling. She was smiling. Oh, and I can't tell you, how good that felt, because then this image turned and it receded. It walked away, literally. And I knew intuitively, those knowings, I knew in my bones that shame that I had inherited down through my ancestors had been healed through that part of my life. I knew as she walked away that I had healed the shame in me, the shame in my mother and her grandmother from our British upbringing. And through my cellular level at this time, I healed that lineage. No word of a lie, this happened. And that's what makes me so passionate about this work. So this is what I'm hoping for you, for us as women on this planet, that we can start to heal that freeze response and all of those parts of us that got locked away, so that we can live to our fullness, live to our complete aliveness at this point in our lives. And it's never, ever too late. I hope that helps. Have a great day, everyone. And don't forget, if you like my videos, hit subscribe, because then you won't miss anything that I've got to say about healing, breathwork, and upcoming journeys.